Shubh Sandhya, good evening. On behalf of Vancouver Tagore Society, I, Duke Ashraf-Zaman, welcome you to the Spring Tagore Festival 2016. This is the second year we are organizing this event, Spring Festival, celebration of spring, but there is a difference in that. We are putting this program based on two ideals of Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore. The two things are confluence of culture and festivities. You know that Rabindranath Tagore, the international man, he promoted that cultures from different regions would come together and then they will exchange the good things about themselves and they will enrich themselves from that. It's not a melting pot, but it's like that's the word confluence, that will enrich the civilization all through the world. And the second thing is that festivities. And Tagore was a big fond of festivities, and he believed in the literal meaning of the word utsav, which is the Sanskrit word for festival, and many languages in the South Asia, they use the same word utsav to mean festival. Utsav literally means cutting off or removing or receding the earthly affluences, earthly pains. So utsav means we cut off our earthly pains and we move towards divinity, we move towards spirituality. With that, once again, we welcome you all. Thank you for coming. And we are going to start our first of the program by Reni Sarojini Saklikar. She's an Indian-born Canadian lawyer, poet, and author. And she was raised in New Westminster in Greater Vancouver. And Rob Taylor of Prism International wrote about her in 2013 that if you have spent much time in Vancouver's literary community, you've probably heard of or run into Reni Saklikar. So if you haven't yet, so today is you are going to learn about her. Saklikar was awarded the Canadian Authors Association Award for Poetry in 2014. Her book of poetry, Children of Air India, Unauthorized Exhibits and Interjections, was a bestseller in Canada. So, and she is the poet laureate of the city of Surrey. So let's welcome Reni Sarojini Saklikar.
Well, it's my great pleasure to open this amazing festival. Can everyone hear me okay? I can't see you, but you'll be seeing me. As indeed the inaugural Poet Laureate, thank you, Duke, for that very gracious introduction. It's exciting to see the diversity and confluence of cultures in the program. I want to especially honor the Tagore Society. You're going to be hearing from the president very shortly. I want to honor all the volunteers, City of Surrey staff. We're here in this beautiful new Surrey City Hall and right in the council chambers. So I think it's going to be an amazing evening, a rich evening, a sophisticated evening, and a great credit to the forwardness thinking of the Tagore Society. We have music from Vietnam, flamenco dancing, Arabic poetry, Bengali, of course, in honor of Tagore. Now, I was indeed born in India. I was born in Pune, my family would still say. My father passed away many years now. I was Marathi and had a great love of Tagore. He was raised a Lakshmi Brahmin Hindu, but he fell in love with my mother at the University of Bombay And my mom came from, and is still alive and lives in New Westminster. She came from a Sunni Muslim background. And then eventually we converted to Christianity, and my dad became a United Church minister. So that's a bit of a Canadian story. But my parents, they're quite intellectual and forward-thinking themselves, given what they chose to do in their life, and always great fans of Tagore. And my father would recite Tagore poetry in English. We were my sister and I brought up in English. So the festival this year has honored me with allowing me a poem. And what I did today is I went into my cabinet yesterday and today. My husband saw me frantically looking for something very special to me, and that is the Criterion Edition collection film, The Music Room by Satyajit Ray, who is deeply influenced by Tagore, and of course made several movies based on Tagore and other Bengali novelists. And one of my poetic practices is doing what I call intertext. So I'm writing a very long poem, and I'm going to intertext some passages without direct reference, just to keep it flowing in the interest of time, from both Tagore and essays that Ray wrote about going to a palace in Bengal, looking for a palace for the setting of his movie, The Music Room. So I'm going to intertext my poetry, essay words from Ray, Satyajit Ray, and then Tagore himself in this poem I've created in honor of the festival. Thank you for the privilege of reading it. First time reading it. Always we are in the music room. And so in English, ghost Bengali, ghost Hindi, ghost Gujarati, Tagore, Tagore. Passing faces on the street, nearby secrets, those monuments, that plaza central and the city, Tagore, Tagore. Thou hast brought the distant near, where abides the old in new, our endless lives linked, Tagore, Tagore. Always we are upstairs in the music room, laid out before us, the floor covered in newspapers, 30 years worth. I dare not speak the names. Thou hast given me not my own through birth, death, in this world or the next. Always we are upstairs in the music room, city scene, windows open. At our feet those newspapers, collection of the years faded, that saga, acrid print. The smell of you will never leave me. The city in drought, windows open, your long limbs fold, align. You tell me about frames, edges of, our gaze rests, papers on the floor, the light. Thou hast brought the distant near, where abides the old in new, our endless lives linked. Tagore, Tagore. Always we are upstairs in the music room, movement, a series of gestures. To fold, we have removed our shoes. I'm always the one left behind. Always we are upstairs in the music room. We bend over newspaper images, faces of the dead blurred those years. 20, 30 is a number irretrievable. 331, those young placed side by side, edges, layered newsprint, close to crumbling, acrid, the smell of you, the length, and me on my knees, too shy to take off my scarf, expose the neckline, that blush pink blouse, scooped skin that would have brushed paper if close enough, everything always never happening, too fast, rushing the past. We are in the music room. We will meet again days before more bombings. Shootings, suicides. Already I'm rushing too forward into the next moment. Tagore. Let then the flower come out in gardens. Though not their time, let the bees strike up their lazy hum. Tagore. Tagore. Always we are upstairs in the music room, although you never mention. Sounds of paper folded, we work with method. You showed me how. Man and woman kneeling, those edges, that floor. What has become of your book? Black leather binding, soft to the touch, cream pages wherein I wrote my name. Crossing forms, confluence, fact, fiction, Tagore, history, fable, this cool breeze, Tagore. We cross the river Fraser, the river Padma, go underwater, rain absent, vanishing forever. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Renee, for your lovely poem and for opening the event for this evening. The president of Vancouver Tagore Society, Lee Than, couldn't make it today. He's not doing very well in the last few months, but he did send a note for all of us, and I'm going to read that on his behalf. Good evening. On behalf of the Vancouver Tagore Society, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the second annual Tagore Spring Festival. Thank you for coming and joining the celebration of the season of rejuvenation and mirth. Vancouver Tagore Society is deeply appreciative of the support by the city of Surrey. We hope this Tagore Spring Festival adds a colorful and culture-rich contribution to the tapestry of diversity and multiculturalism in the city of Surrey, in the province of British Columbia, and in Canada overall. We also thank the Vancouver Asian Heritage Month Society for including this program as one of the Asian Heritage Month events. Once again, we welcome you all.